Welcome everybody. Now, I did not expect to see myself back in Istanbul again, but I am here, and I am here on part of a cruise. Currently on the Resilient Lady with Virgin Voyages, and it's about 5:30 in the morning, and we are just slowly docking in to Istanbul. Now, I wanted to get up early because I wanted to get some pictures, and I was told we were actually going to get here at 7 o'clock. So we're really early, but that's okay because I get to see Istanbul at night time. And just look at this perspective you get. The Galata Tower over there, the Hagia Sophia and the blue mosque in the distance. You can just see different mosques just popping out of the cityscape here. It is, honestly, it is a beautiful sight. Just here on kind of like the little running track on top of the ship, and I was going to use this and just taking these viewpoints, because we're just here on the, of course, the Bosphorus, the mighty Bosphorus, where Asia over there meets Europe here. So this section of the Bosphorus divides two continents. My gosh, even the stars are out a little bit. Look at that, guys. The stars are out still. Look. Okay, we just got these kind of like little boats here, these guide boats, which have just literally guided us up through the Bosphorus up here. It's just to make sure we come and dock safely. But this is, wow, there's already a little boat down there. Some guy in his little fishing boat. He's out early. He's out the docks early. He's probably one of the first ones out there. I was expecting the Bosphorus to be a lot busier than what it is, but we're not actually allowed off this boat until 7 o'clock, which is okay because my first stop is actually the Hagia Sophia, so that doesn't actually open till 9 o'clock. So I've got tickets already booked for it, but I've got an action-packed day planned for today. So we are gonna quickly go and get some breakfast, and as soon as that door opens off this ship, I am going to be out there getting the most of my time here in Istanbul. Let's go. Well, here we are, guys, out in the blocks early, just heading down to the Hagia Sophia, where I've pre-booked tickets for Skip the Line, so we can actually go there at any time today, but I thought I'd get there early before thousands of tourists kind of descend here. So it's always best to get down here early because it does get absolutely manic down here. And I booked my tickets via Klook, which I always book my tickets for whenever I go abroad to any tourist attraction. I always try and use Klook. So I got kind of like a package which takes you to the underground systems here as well, which we'll go to later. But the first stop is the Hagia Sophia, and it's so quiet here. It's really beautiful, actually. Flowers are still out, look. Well, I didn't realise I was so close to this, but this is important, guys. This is the obelisk of Theodosius. Now, this is a real Egyptian obelisk, which come from the temple of Karnak. I mean, look at it. It's incredible. You actually see a lot of these obelisks around in cities around the world. London, Rome, but this is authentic, from Egypt, built by the Egyptians, which stands here in Istanbul. I mean, how on earth did they get that here? I mean, it looks brand new as well. Yeah, and you've got the backdrop there of the blue mosque. It's incredible. Look at what it sits on as well. Yeah, it sits on this big base here, which I'm not quite sure what the history of that is. But yeah, gosh, look at it, guys. Carved by the Egyptians. I mean, it looks fantastic, doesn't it? I mean, that is solid granite. and how they got it here without it cracking and managed to stand it up there is beyond me, you know. Incredible feat of engineering, not only carving it. Of course, if you ever go to the Temple of Karnak, it's either the Temple of Karnak or the Temple of Luxor in Egypt, you can actually see one of these obelisks, which is kind of like where they've carved it out of the rock bed, which is kind of like, it's half done. And that's kind of like how the Egyptians left it for whatever reason at the time. But you can actually see one that's half kind of like carved out, and it's, so you get some idea of how they carved these out of the rock. Here it is, guys, the Hagia Sophia. Look. Shame about the crane in there, but again, the Turkish government trying to obviously protect this, such an important part of history. Great shot of the Blue Mosque here. Oh, again, shame about the scaffolding on the pillars. One of the most classic shots to get here, the Blue Mosque. Joanna's going to want a picture. You want your picture here? Yeah. Well, the entrance used to be just here, but they've using that as the exit now, so apparently we've got to go around this way. Now, just a top tip, guys. Whenever you're visiting any sort of mosque, you really need to cover up your skin. Men, you really need to cover up your knees. Vitally important that. No short sleeve, no like vests or things like that, exposing the skin on your shoulders. And ladies, you really need to be covering up your shoulders. You know, no short skirts. Again, long skirts. One top tip ladies could use is you can buy like these very thin scarves here, and just throw that over your head, cover your shoulders while you're in there, and that's very sufficient. You can actually buy scarves from up here, actually, by the looks of things, but I don't know how much they'll be. Not going to be much here. If you were in the Grand Bazaar around that way, you'd probably pick them up for a couple of English pounds. So, and then you could just take it off after you've left the mosque, because it can get quite hot here, and you certainly don't want to be really like covering up all your skin here. You want to be as cool and as breezy as possible, you know. See lots of scarves here already, look, selling them here, selling you long trousers if you get denied entrance. I mean, I'm borderline here. Don't know if you can see my knees are just covered, so I will just have to kind of like loosen the old belt as I walk in here and pull my t-shirt down, just to be respectful. That's the main thing, guys. You just got to be really respectful, because this is still of course, still a very active place for prayer. I'm going to stop filming now as well, because a lot of places like this, if I'm caught vlogging in there, they might take my memory card off me and all sorts. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm just going to see how far I can get. But the security guys are just there, so I'm going to be just see how far we can get in. Well, like I said, guys, I mean, Joanna was denied entry because, I mean, she's got a long sleeve shirt on, long trousers, and because she hasn't got like the scarf, then they've denied her entry. But you can buy one there, and you can buy one down there, and it comes to about two euros. So, but yeah, you've got to be really mindful here and just be respectful, you know. Yeah, this is what they're saying here. Look, dress code. Apparently, I'm okay. No tripods in here either, guys. All right, guys, we're in. Joanna's got a scarf, and I got questioned over my shorts. They needed to be a bit longer, but I'm in. Just had to pull them down a little bit. Look at this, guys. This is just the kind of side bit of it, but we'll go to the main area in here in a sec, which is just in here, and this is unbelievable in here. Oh, this is cool, because last time I was here I couldn't come up this bit. Let's have a look here. Wow. Look at that, guys. Hey. Oh man, I hope they let us down to the bottom. Last time I could go down to the bottom and I got some amazing photographs down there. But I've never been up to this top part before, so it's be interesting to see if we can get down there. But it might be a certain time frame. Looks like they're filming something down there for somebody.
The Hagia Sophia was built between 532 and 537 AD as a Christian cathedral under the orders of Byzantine Emperor Justinian. After the Ottoman Empire took over Constantinople, now known as Istanbul, the Hagia Sophia was transformed into a mosque under the Ottoman rule. Then in 1935, the Republic of Turkey converted it into a museum, allowing the public to explore its rich history and cultural significance. However, in 2020, the Turkish government reclassified it back to a mosque. Despite this change, it continues to operate as a museum.
Well, I got a bit busted in there for talking into my camera here, which is fine. I mean, there was no rules or signs saying that I couldn't do that while I was in there. I actually asked, can I do video in there? And they said, yes, you can, and I can take pictures. So, but somebody said I need to stop, so I just stopped. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed, guys, because we're not allowed on the main floor bit in there and then get the incredible view and be right under the actual Hagia Sophia there, because apparently in 2023 they allow only Muslims to be able to go in there. Yeah, these rules have been implemented that only Muslims are allowed to go onto the actual grounds of it now at the bottom. So we were only allowed to go around the top, which is okay for me because I've been down the bottom before, so I know what it's like. But for other people that come into Istanbul, I think that's really an important thing and nice thing to do, actually, to go onto the grounds there. But rules are rules, and that's how it is, guys.
All right, next spot, guys. The Blue Mosque. It's just here. Kind of like where we were earlier. It's nice little seating areas there, look. Come out and chill. Enjoy the views. A lot of cats around Istanbul as well. You may notice if you come here, there's loads of cats around. I'm a big cat fan. Look at these two. Oh, somebody's given them some food, that's kind. Yeah, they are looked after by the locals, actually. You don't see any really scraggly kind of ill cats here, actually. They all look quite fat and healthy, a lot of them, to be honest. God, again, look at this construction work, all the scaffolding on it. But it's good to see them maintaining places like this. Gotta be done. God, look at all this stone here, look, guys, being used. So, looks like some of it's been used on this path here. I'm guessing some of it will be used for up there as well. But a lot of the stonework looks in very good condition. Look at all this. Very clean, very well looked after here. It's like a building site on the outside of here. Look at it all. Wow, gotta be done though, guys, gotta be done. Alright, this is the main entrance up here, so I might just stop talking into the camera in a sec because I don't want to get told off and I don't want to be disrespectful.
Between 1609 and 1616, under the orders of Sultan Ahmed, the leader of the Ottoman Empire, the Sultan Ahmed Mosque was built. It was designed to compete with the Hagia Sophia and was constructed on the site of a former Byzantine Great Palace. Known for its stunning decor, the mosque is covered with 20,000 blue Iznik tiles, which is how it's earned its name, the Blue Mosque. The mosque features a classic Ottoman layout with a central dome surrounded by 4 semi-domes over the prayer hall, creating a harmonious and majestic appearance.
Right, what's the time? Oh, 10:07. Hagia Sophia done, and the Blue Mosque done. And already, I'm at 10 o'clock and all the tour groups are starting to arrive. You'll see the tour guides with their little flags, and the Blue Mosque there was starting to get pretty rammed. Oh, there's a little cat. Buddy! Yeah, so as you can see, guys, this is where we were earlier. This is where the Egyptian obelisk is. You can see all the tour guides coming in here now. You got the Hagia Sophia History Museum there. Look at them all. So we need to get in these cisterns pretty quickly before all these, I can imagine the queues to get in there now are pretty big, so we're going to head straight over there, guys. Joanna's getting the ice cream. There's one of the ice cream guys there, look. Did you get the full show? Ice cream! Yeah, look at it! Oh, is he going to get her again? One more time? Oh. Here's ice cream! Oh, it's full show. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's the full show. Thank you for that. Thank you. Alright guys, just getting in the queue. This is the, already got my tickets for the Basilica Cistern. Again via Klook. Probably gonna have to put cameras down here just until we get in. Big queue if you ain't got a ticket in here, guys, already. It's like 20 past 10. Big queue if you ain't got a ticket, so get your tickets before you come here, and it's skip the line ticket as well, and it's the same price online than what it is at the gate there. But the benefit of buying it again before you get here is if you buy it on Klook, you can pay in your own currency, whereas here you pay in Turkish lira, and obviously you have to pay for the currency rate. Check this out, guys. It's so dark in here. Difficult to get a picture in here. I'll give it a go, but wide angle. Look at that. Gosh, wow, a lot of coins in there. A lot of coins. Oh, it changes colour. Oh, wow. It's like they've just put the lights on. Oh, someone's using flash. Check the ceiling out, guys.
The Basilica Cistern is a vast underground water reservoir, originally built to store large quantities of water for the Great Palace of Constantinople and the surrounding buildings. Constructed under Emperor Justinian in 532 AD, it measures 140 meters in length and 70 meters in width, featuring 336 columns arranged in 12 rows of 28. This impressive structure has stood the test of time, showcasing its ingenuity and ancient engineering.
God, that head of Medusa's like upside down. That'd be a cool shot to get. But I've been using my bag as like a tripod, because to set up a tripod here is a bit, you know, it's just not allowed. So you can use your tripod, you can use your camera bag as like a tripod by just leaning it on there and just kind of scruffling up your camera bag just to try and get your camera level for literally just a second or two in here, and that'll just keep your ISOs down. That's a really good tip to use, I think, when you're in places like this, because as soon as you set up a tripod, wherever you go, security guards are on you. So that's just a good tip to use. Just use a camera bag. And sometimes I even put my wallet under the front of my lens just to help prop it up a bit, you know, just to help it arc it up a little bit. Just anything, just to hold that camera in place just for a second or two, and that'll keep your ISO down. Gotta say, guys, all this Medusa business in here is gives me the creeps a little bit as well. Did anybody watch the film? I think it was Jason and the Argonauts, where Jason fights Medusa at the end. And it kind of reminds me of this setting, actually. So it's, but I've got some good shots of the Medusa statue back there, I think, so I'm quite happy with that. Right, 11 o'clock. Hagia Sophia, Blue Mosque, and the Basilica Cisterns done, guys. And as you can see, a lot of people around now. Oh, this guy here, frying chestnuts. Corn on the cob as well. But there's a lot more people around here now. I mean, just looking over here at the Hagia Sophia over here, there's loads of people there. I mean, the queues to get in these places now are going to be huge. So that's again why it's so important to book your tickets before you come on Klook. God, he's noisy. And get here early, guys. 8:30, 9 o'clock when it opens. Get in there, go and see it, and get out of there. I mean, there's not a lot to see. There's just little walkways. There you go, just one small walkway that you go around the Hagia Sophia. Then, as we saw earlier, you're only in there half an hour, if that. Same with the Basilica Cisterns. Just one walkway all the way around it. So everybody just goes with the flow. Half hour, you're in and out. If you've got your tickets early. And the same with the Blue Mosque. You just go in, you just got one big area on the floor there, and have a look, enjoy the architecture, and then you're off. So now I've got the rest of the day to go and explore and head up to probably like the Grand Bazaar and have a look at all that, and the Spice Bazaar hopefully as well. So we're going to head up this road here, and this will take us up to kind of like where the Grand Bazaar is. Well, I was just heading up to the Grand Bazaar, and of course I had to stop here at Hagia Sophia. Now you will see these all over Istanbul, and believe me when I say I think they do one of the best baklavas that you'll get here. And again, you see them everywhere here. There's not a street you can go down without seeing them there, and they are absolutely delicious. And as soon as I knew I was coming to Istanbul, going in there for a baklava was the #1 thing on my mind. So I've just been in there and devoured one, and of course had a nice Turkish tea with it, and it was absolutely delicious. Now we actually have just had our first Hagia Sophia in London, and it's right opposite Harrods in Knightsbridge, and yeah, it's just like it in there, but the only difference is it is very expensive there. So a baklava that I had in there would come to about £50–60 minimum over there. In there it costs about £15. So if you come in here, fill your boots up in baklava at Hagia Sophia. That's my top baklava tip I can give you in Istanbul, guys. Gotta say, guys, the Grand Bazaar, you have no idea how big it is until you get in here. I mean, it's just corridors filled with gold and high-end bags like this, look. I mean, gold everywhere. I don't want to lose Joanna, but yeah, you can so easily get lost in here. But I was just quizzing a guy a second ago, just getting some idea about bags, and you can expect to pay at least £300 plus for a designer handbag in here. And watches are on another level as well. Like when I come here last time, like Richard Milles, for instance, like master copy Richard Mille, cost you probably above £1,000 for one of them. But some of the Rolexes here, I mean, scary how real they are. See, this is my favourite part of the bazaar, guys. You've got to be a little bit careful. This one hasn't got a no photography sign on it, but yeah, the old Turkish lanterns. Look how beautiful these are. And these are my favourite items here in the bazaar out of all of them. Look how beautiful these are. Look. Wow, and that's all one there. If you've got the room for it, and if it fits in with your decor at home, then quite nice to have. Oh, just a little side table lantern like this, look. How beautiful these are. Wow, look in there. Oh, there's a no photography sign there, so not gonna go in there and start taking photographs. Of course, you got all your other normal souvenirs in here, guys. All your magnets and purses, bookmarks. Good little souvenirs to get for people. It's kind of like more of your vintage shops here. So it's not all just Rolexes, fake watches and bags. Oh, suddenly we're back at them. We'll see a lot of these belts, little ladies' belts is. Hermes, Louis Vuitton. More bags. Scarves, of course. Turkish carpets, I don't know if that, oh, that's not but you can get some very nice Turkish carpets. I love them. No, I'm good, but thank you. No, I mean, I'm so lost, so disorientated. It's like the cave of wonders in here. I've got all your football shirts over here, look. That's your thing. Right, I'm lost. I'm gonna have to get Google Maps out and go and find the Spice Bazaar, because that's what I'm interested in mostly. Let's have a look at these. A couple of Patek Philippe's here. Skyjoes, they got the new Rolex in there, the new one. That's sick. Some nice Rolexes there, but they just look off to me. They look really off, them ones. Well, I've just about made it out in the main Grand Bazaar there, guys, and we're just slowly trying to navigate ourselves to the Spice Bazaar, and still it's just more of these shops everywhere. Again, you get a lot cheaper price for some of them out here, but some of them might not be as good a quality, so you've got to be a little bit careful. All right, guys, I've just commandeered a bit of shelter in Burger King, but I ain't getting Burger King. I've just bought a pomegranate juice. Now, when you purchase pomegranate juice from here in Istanbul, which is pretty famous for, the old pomegranate, freshly squeezed pomegranate juice, you see them on the streets there squeezing it out, and it's really nice. Like a big glass there is coming to about, it does cost about £5 English, but ooh, that is nice. It's really refreshing. Now, they will ask you if you want ice with it. Do not take any ice with it, because it's probably come from the mains water here, and that will make you sick. But also, another thing to be careful of is make sure he squeezes it in front of you, because I've purchased them before and he's actually gone out in the back and brought out pomegranate juice from the back, so you haven't actually seen him squeeze it there and then. Oh yes, guys, the best bit, the Spice Bazaar. Personally, my favourite. This knocks the sock off the Grand Bazaar for me. All the lovely looking sweets and food they've got in here. More gift shop items here, souvenirs. But I've got to be a little bit careful here, guys. I remember I bought some spices from here last time I was here, and I took them home, and they weren't that great with flavour. So I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest. So you've got to be a bit careful when you're here. I mean, you're spoiled for choice here. You don't know which ones are the best, but they've all got to come from the same place, I imagine. Oh, even in the Spice Bazaar, you get bags that, of course, get teas as well, guys. Look at all the teas here.
Hi, sir.
Hello, just looking, thank you.
I'm just selling.
Yeah. Wow. The biscuits tea.
Because inside is more clean, more fresh.
Sure. Nice spice mix there. Masala tea. Diabetic tea. Pomegranate tea, that's nice. Proper pomegranate there. Pomegranate flower. Viagra.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff, is it?
If you want to be like Spider-Man,
Spider-Man?
just 1 cup of this drink, and you will fly to your country.
No, that's Superman. Superman
yes.
flies.
Spider-Man is better.
No, Superman, my man.
Like
I'm a Superman, my man.
Superman.
Thank you.
Or Batman.
Yeah. More watches? Oh. Nice dry fruits in here, guys. Lovely dry fruits. Look at all this as well. Fantastic looking baklavas, look. Yeah, you just don't get baklava like this back home. You can always tell it's so fresh because it's still glistening. Back home when you get it in kind of like, you can even get it in like your local farm shops and places like that, but whenever you see it, it always looks really stale and just looks unappetizing. So it's best place to get it is here because you need it dead fresh, made on the day, so you still get that crunch from kind of like the phyllo pastry. If you ever watch them make baklava, you can see that it takes like a big team of people when they're just fluffing out these sheets of pastry and then throwing this flour onto the onto like the different layers that make up the baklava. I mean the process is very difficult and it takes a real skill to be able to master it. That's why you don't see many places in England selling real fresh baklava, because they just can't make it there. I'm sure there might be places, but I'm yet to see any, and certainly in Devon. I know in places in London again, you will get some quite good fresh baklava there, but this is the place to really get the good stuff. Well, I didn't actually get anything in the Spice Bazaar, which is a bit unlike me, really. Might go back there tomorrow and have a little think about what I might want. But to finish this day off, guys, I've got dinner booked tonight, and of course, there's only one guy I'm going to go and see. Salt Bay, Nusr-Et, my guy. So we're going to head back into the Grand Bazaar and go and have some dinner. All right, guys, we're in. Now, don't be fooled by Salt Bay. It's just kind of like a gimmick when you come here to Istanbul. This is one of his many restaurants that he's got here in Istanbul. But the architecture in here, inside the Grand Bazaar, is pretty cool. And you've also got all these shops that are around the outside here, look. Which kind of like circulates the actual whole Nusr-Et restaurant. I mean, look at the architecture here, guys. Incredible. I've got to say though, guys, quite empty here at the restaurant, but it is 4 o'clock, so it might be a little bit early. But from what I heard, some of the restaurants have been struggling a little bit, but they do nice quality meat. Look at this, beautiful artwork here. I like this one. Traditional Turkish dancers here. See them, they're always like spinning around like that. If you ever go to like a Turkish evening show, or if you ever go on like a boat cruise up the Bosphorus or anywhere in Turkey along like a boat cruise or excursion at night, you usually see these kind of dancers. All right, well, I'm going to go and get something to eat because I am been craving for a steak from Nusr-Et for quite some time now, and we're going to do it tonight.
Take more, yes, little bit, yes, like this. Say more salt,
More salt.
more lard.
Thank you, my man. Well, I am completely done in, guys. Just wrapped it up there, had that beautiful meal at Salt Bay's, Nusr-Et in the Grand Bazaar. I'm fully salted up, and that brings an end to today. I will gotta say, guys, even though it's a bit of a gimmick, old Salt Bay, the quality of food in there, the quality of the meat is absolutely incredible. It is delicious. Yes, okay, in Istanbul,
it's a bit pricey for a meal. I will tell you how much it cost. For 2 New York steaks, 2 portions of fries, a Mediterranean salad, 1 lemonade, and a Diet Coke come to 124 English pounds. But if I had that in London or anywhere else in the world, that would have been probably a £400–500 meal. It is not cheap to eat there outside of Istanbul or Turkey. And that's partially because most of his meat, in fact all of his meat, actually comes from his own kind of like butchery here, which is in Istanbul. So all of his meat is shipped from Istanbul across the world to his restaurants, and that's why it's so expensive, partially why it's so expensive around the world. But the quality of meat is fantastic. So if you ever come into Istanbul, certainly go there and try it. But that brings an end to this video, guys. Thank you for joining me. See you on the next one.